This video is brought to you Squarespace. From online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the perfect place to build a beautiful website and run your business. Now today's video actually comes from Austria. Well, the intro does anyway. I am currently sick as a dog in this amazing scenery here. But what I did come to say to you is that if you are thinking of starting a website in 2023, be it a business or a passion project, make sure you hit up Squarespace and use my special code and link below in the pinned comment or in the description. Squarespace have got a load of amazing tools to help you build not only a beautiful website, but an effective one as well. They enable you to convert your website into a mobile efficient site as well as a desktop efficient site. You can build members areas, there's email marketing help, there's subscription models you can build in, you can schedule content for when you're not around onto your blog. There's all sorts of amazing features that I can't go into all of them now because we simply don't have the time. Hit the link below, go and check out Squarespace and make sure you use that code because you will save some money. For now, let's get on with the video and head somewhere else. Hello, welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rint Vehicle Design. This is one of two videos I'm filming here, the first of which is with a very, very clever and cool manual electric 911. That video may well be on the channel, but the second video I'm filming and the video we're going to see today is the first episode of my 912 restoration series. I'm here to catch up with Brian. The 912 is here, and this is going to be the first episode in the entire series of restoring that car back to its former glory. That car has been quite a slow work in progress over the past, I think, 3 years now on the channel. I've moved very slowly on that car. It's had new interior, it's had new clutch, it's had new brakes, it's had an engine rebuild, and it's had the floor pans done on it. So it's quite a solid car, there's quite a lot done, but we are now going to strip it back to bare metal and get going. So I'm gonna go and grab Brian, I'm gonna have a little look around here at Rint, and then we're gonna see the 912, we're gonna discuss plans for the car. So let's get into it. So inside here, I'm just going to have a little poke around before we get going on the 912. We've got a flat nose, 930 turbo here. Got some restorations going on, but what Rint do really, really well here is they will literally build you pretty much anything you like. So they will do your kind of standard restoration, putting things back to kind of OEM or OEM plus, but they'll also put an enormous 4-litre supercharged engine in the back of your old 911. They'll paint any colour you like, any interior, and they will allow you to go as wild as you want. And there is an example of that in build. Now, I can't go into too much detail as to what's going on with a lot of these cars because they are client cars, and I'll get told off if I do so. But do stay tuned for episode 2. We'll have a little check-in with what's going on here. But if you haven't seen Rint on the channel before, and I don't know how you've managed that if you haven't, but we've got an engine building room round that kind of corner there. We've got the interiors department over in there, and we've got the guys working on the cars here, doing some of the mechanical stuff and some of the electric stuff over there. And we've got Pav, who you may well have seen in the electric 911 video. I terrorised him and stuck him in the car, and he probably hates me now. Right, let's go back outside and we'll find Brian. We'll check out the 912. Okay, 912 time then. Let's have a little walk around. It's a chilly day, and we've got Brian, famous from Rint. Yes, yep. Famous from the Friday night walkarounds at Rint, amongst other things, and racing fame of late.
Of no repute. So,
talk us through it then. What?
Yep. So your 912.
Yes.
The face of it looks lovely. We've been there before.
We have.
So we did your 911 last year. Lovely car.
Yes.
This year we're doing your 12. So we're going to take everything out and strip it all down to nothing.
Okay.
And then we're going to get you up and tell you just how good or bad your car is. I must confess, having done hundreds and hundreds of these, I've never opened one up yet and gone, it's better than I thought it was.
Right.
So watch this space, we'll see. But on the face of it, it seems quite a nice car. But I have said that before. We
have said that before, and we've even said it with my Targa, because my Targa absolutely stitched you guys up. I felt so bad.
Only a lot.
Yeah, because you said, oh, it just needs a little tidy up and it's all right. And I was like, oh, that's good news. But it wasn't. So typically then, when these things arrive, where do we find rot? Or is it a case of where don't we find rot?
No, well, floor pans, which you've already had a little bit of work done on.
Yes.
Always common. Kidney bowls, torsion bars, front scuttle. Really, they weren't designed great, and there's a lot of catches and a lot of places where grip just sits and stays and festers. So if you ever see rust on the outside, and there's only a few places where we can see that on here,
Yep.
you're guaranteed to have 50 times more rust on the inside, because they don't rust from the outside in, they come from the inside out.
Yes.
So it would be rusty, but it's not the worst you've bought us, Tom.
Okay, fine. And it's definitely not the worst you guys have seen, because you've got a barn find at the moment. You've got a right-hand drive, short wheelbase barn find. It's literally pretty much just a chassis, is that correct?
It is,
terminology?
and we sold it.
Oh, you just sold it. Right, well, I'll shut my mouth then. That was what, 25 grand basically for a shell?
25 grand for the shell, yeah.
Wow.
But a rare beast, right-hand drive, short wheelbase. You know, we love to find them, but it's where you find them.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
getting harder and harder to come across.
So this is a short wheelbase, left-hand drive car. It's definitely worth saving, is it not? These are definitely worth putting the time into.
I love a 12, and short wheelbase, holy grail of 12s and or 11s. They're lovely cars.
So it's short wheelbase on the whole is the more desirable one, because I actually didn't really know when I bought it.
Absolutely, short wheelbase, always the way to go.
And
left-hand drive or right-hand drive.
yes.
They're gorgeous things, you know, they're part of Porsche history, so
They really are.
sometimes the repairs aren't economic, but it's not about economic, it's about a purchase of the heart and having something that's you're going to love and pass down to whoever comes along, a little Tom one day.
My unfortunate spawn, if or when they ever occur.
I'm sure they will.
If I stick around. No, that's not a joke. Okay, fine, good. I'm going to apologise to you in advance for this car.
You don't need to.
We'll cross that bridge.
We really enjoy working with you.
Thank you. I know I just turn up
cars.
as well. I literally just pop up here.
It's the way to do it. We're not the worst. We make a halfway decent cup of coffee.
You do make a decent cup of coffee, and do you know what? I just love nosing around here. So if you ever come down, make sure you have a full nose round, because they've always got some amazing bits and bobs on the go. So the plan for this car then is literally just strip it back. I mean, not the simplest thing in the world, but you've got your amazing metalwork, guys. And if you've missed the series with my Targa, my 911 Targa, I'll put some of that on the screen right now. That series was basically a full in-depth series, stripping the whole thing in the metalworks part of Rint, which is not this part. You've got two sites pretty much next door to each other, massive, amazing sites full of incredible people. So we'll be spending a lot of time there in the first instance.
And we've now got 3 sites.
You've now got 3 sites?
We've now got 3 sites. So we've now got
Good
a
heavens.
new paint shop and new steel shop. So
Incredible.
onwards and upwards.
And you've been doing something very exciting with electric cars. I'll put this on the screen as well, because I've just been driving around in their electric dual motor manual 911. I'm going to call it a resto mod, but it's pretty much just a 911, but it's electric powered. It's crazy. You've got to go and check that video out now. But that is it. You will see this car next time we're at Rint in episode 2. Stripped and not looking like this at all, and Brian is probably going to be looking very unhappy.
Less hair.
He's going to be fuming. I can't wait. Okay, guys, that is now a very impromptu first episode. The series has just kicked off, so do stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to see the full journey with this car when it eventually ends back in this courtyard here, looking a lot different to it does now. So thank you so much for watching. I'm glad there are so many of you on the channel that actually enjoy this type of content. It's right up my street and I absolutely adore it. So thank you so much for the support, and we'll see you with this car and potentially a very grumpy Brian very soon. Ciao for now. Bye.